Hey there, it's JayborinoPlays. Welcome back. Continuing Time Convergence, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2. The UED has returned. We're heading into the Void of the Twilight. Let's check it out. Some really cool skins there. When we learned what had happened on Earth, my heart stopped. I saw Alexi's face, and for the first time I saw him crying. His young wife and his newborn daughter lived in the heart of the Scarlet Empire. I told him that I would put him in command of the forces in the sector while I returned to Earth. Little did I know what I would find when I arrived. The whole land was black and purple, the oceans turned green, and I saw my country covered with that disgusting, twisted mass. At that moment, I knew that my beloved Helena and my children had not survived the massacre. War changes men, brings out the worst of their hearts. But this was not war, this was survival. A swarm of ants eating a lion with the lion still showing its fangs. I don't know if we can save the Earth. I don't even know if it's worth it now, but my soldiers want revenge and our allies want glory and redemption. Tomorrow I will wear my uniform, polish my boots, and walk to the main cabin. I will stand before my soldiers, and I will lead them to the battle. Even if I do not care what happens, it is my duty, and I will fulfill it until I can no longer do it. Admiral Gerard Dougal. All right, so the Zerg have basically conquered Earth. There are some holdouts left, and we learned a little bit about the history of the Scarlet Empire last time during the cinematic. Last Outpost. UED Last Outpost. Native human population 0. Is everything ready? The Arcs have already taken off, Admiral, and our new troops should be more than enough to eliminate the Zerg. Show me our new troops. Our Omega troops are the ultimate of infantry, and the modifications made to the Firebat allow them to be a great help to the front. These Zerg are acclimated to the cold, according to Commander Blackwolf. During our expedition to the Caprulu sector, the planet Calder showed extreme temperatures below 0. Our frostbats are designed to tolerate those temperatures and use it as a weapon. Frostbats. We've also used the technology and troops from the NSU to make our own units. So a combination of UED and Scarlet Empire NSU units. Interesting. The best of Constantine's students. Are you ready? Well, if we get a Damskas, I'm definitely ready. As the word of our teacher says, ask of me and I shall give you the life of whoever is in my sight. Superb. Your teacher is truly a great mentor. Oh, Spetsnaz again. From that holdout mission. We're making a lot of those. Terran War Chief, we are prepared. You can call me by my name, Prelate Unan. That title is not necessary. My apologies, Gerard Dougal. It is still new for me to interact with humans. I understand. Where are the Archons? They are meditating. They will attack when you give the signal. Very well. To all the troops, this is Admiral Gerard Dougal, speaking from the Alexander. Again, the Zerg threat has appeared. And again, we will be in charge of eliminating it. But this time they will see the fury of our hearts for desecrating our beloved planet Earth. My nanospores are already in place, Abathur. Is the leader's body already finished? Extraction of Terran material complete. New leader strain is 100% pure. New bone structure, improved muscles, adapted armor. 1 Alpha ready for combat. Oh dear. It's extraordinary. I feel free. I no longer have doubts about my actions. I feel the swarm in my mind. I can see everything through all of their eyes. It is magnificent. Leader, the Terran are preparing to attack. They've brought their Protoss allies. My spores will keep the Terrans away, but they have no effect against these Protoss. Your minds have shown me these Protoss. Different, advanced. They too will fall. Start the attack. This planet will finally be cleared of Terran corruption. Do you hear me, Terran leader? I've killed all Terran who have stood in front of me, and you will not be the exception. I will eat every one of you while you pray for mercy. One is pissed. He's like, you come to my planet now? What do you think, Prelate Unen? That this beast talks too much. My exact thoughts. Let's get this thing done. Of course, my friend. Who are we playing as in this mission? Ah! We're the Terran! Okay, well, I mean, it was talking about the Spetsnaz troops and stuff, so I suppose that makes sense. Let's bump up the game speed. I did throw down a quick save. Admiral, before the attack, an evacuation team found a great amount of resources that could be very useful to us. There's our Spetsnaz. Oh, we got the Adamskas. They have a slower weapon speed. Something has changed. Let's check this out. All right, so Prelate Unen. Even though he's very young, he's one of the greatest heroes who helped to resist the invasion of the Queen of Blades. By order of the Hierarch Phoenix and the Matriarch Rashagal, Unen was chosen to aid in the invasion to the Earth and was given to him the most powerful Archons in order to eliminate the new leader of the Zerg. All right, UED squads. Black Sabers, War Falcons, Medics, Spetsnaz, Frostbats. And then we get Warhounds, Adamskas, Goliaths. Probably going to stick with the Adamskas just because they were so good in that other mission. They appear modified now. Maybe they're better. I don't know. We're going to find out. But the Spetsnaz, Medics, Frostbats, Adamskas seems like it's going to be proper here. Thanks to the technology obtained after conquering the Sector Caprulu, the forces of Admiral Gerard Dougal have returned to Earth. The barracks trade squadrons instead of individual units. The NSU have adapted to form part of the troops. Infantry weapon technology applies double to units. Oh, that's great. Okay, I like this idea of the remnant of the Scarlet Empire, which was it was the separatist faction. The NSU is now absorbed into the UED. And then it appears like we've got Protoss over here too. So we have to make sure we get going with both sides. So I want Spetsnaz. That's going to be very important to me. Oh, we're going to need gas. Let's just go ahead and get going here. So we have preparations. The Zerg will take a while to attack. Meanwhile, you must prepare your base to resist the siege. Okay? Our Protoss buddies appear to be in good shape too. Let's not ignore them. Okay, here's Unen. There's nothing that says he needs to survive. Resources. I see, they're in the middle of the map. Behind the rock is a mine rich in minerals and gas. It'll be useful in the battle against the Zerg. Let's see what these things can do. Attack? Can you attack? Maybe they have a minimum range, yeah. Ah, so they're like they're like mobile siege tanks now. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so good. All right, attack and attack and attack. We're going to start busting our way through this.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Okay, and let's get some more gas going here. Gas is going to be our main hold-up. And can we make anything with just minerals? No. Okay. Got Spetsnaz up here. We're surrounded with units. This seems, I can't tell if this is going to be a holdout or what. We can make Dragoons and Stalkers and High Templar with the Protoss. That's awesome. Okay, let's get them going. Again, getting gas right away. We can, harvest gas from both places. I think with the Terran, I'm going to just mass Spetsnaz for the most part. Might be the right choice. All right, you guys come on over here. Attack, and attack, and attack, and attack. Let's just keep blasting our way through here. It looks like the Protoss can get through here as well. What do I want to make with them? Dark Templar, perhaps? Or more Reavers? I'm remiss to make more Reavers, that's for sure. But keep in mind, I assume we're capped at 200, so we're not going to be able to do too much with all these units. Right, attack and attack and attack, and just keep destroying all these rocks. We've got to make our way through here. Spetsnaz require a Shadow Ops. The Alexander is not controllable, unfortunately. Okay, let's get an orbital command because we're waiting for depots. All right, a bunch of them are finishing now. That's good. And I can make Perdition turrets. I can't build them on the creep, unfortunately. Let's get at least one right there. And let's see. Black Sabers seems great, and they have Shredder grenades. Probably like a variant of the Chenkovs, I assume, based on that. Sensor tower, let's start getting upgrades. We can get a mercenary compound. I wonder if that's meant or not. All right, let's get the Shadow Ops, though, because I want to get more Spetsnaz. And then for the Protoss, I'd like to just keep making probes. We can get a Mothership Core. I don't see why I would do that. And my Dragoons and Stalkers and Adepts all share the same hotkey, so I have to select them every time, unfortunately. Okay, let's just make sure we layer... Oh, let's layer our pylons just a little bit so that we can make more cannons anywhere we really want to. I assume that this is just going to get crazy challenging, so I'd like to just make a bunch more. Oh, okay, so we can only use supply call down, unfortunately. Is that going to allow us to go over 200? It does. Oh, that's good. Okay, Shadow Ops. I don't really need the Mobius Reactor, I don't think, but we can start making Spetsnaz troops. We can get... See, we don't have real Marines, so I don't think these upgrades are going to be useful in any way. Sir, the seismic sensors have gone crazy. Okay, let's get a bunch of Adamskas. It's time. I'm not ready yet. Okay, what do we need to make here? Robo Facility, Dark Shrine, and then a boatload of cannons. Oh, I don't have forges, so let's make forges down there and more gateways. Might as well spend that money that we've got. Our ghosts are done. Resist and stop the Zerg. We have to move out and destroy all the Nidus Worms, it looks like. And I presume that this is just going to get to be a more and more challenging group to deny. So we've got Unan, who's basically a Zeratul clone. We have Centurions, which is cool. Okay, and I like how we have an Arbiter up here. He's just hanging out. He's just hanging out. Could we get... do our Dark Templar have Shadow Fury? I'd like to get one and find out. And let's get upgrades, because I want to be offensive with the Protoss. No, they're Avengers. Okay. Not necessarily the worst thing. Let's move on up here.
Base is under attack.
Let's move our Reavers up, and then how's the Terran side of things?
Base is under attack.
Heavy Omega, Frostbat Squadron, Omega Infantry. Let's just make a few of these things and just see what's the what. See what's going on here. I'd like to continue moving towards these resources. We've mostly cleared it out now, even though that there's Zerg. Oh my word, that scared the bejesus out of me. Okay, hit the... Oh my god, they're spawning Banelings! Oh, get out of there. Well, that's garbage. Alright, move back, draw them into the other defenses. And, let's just get Spetsnaz. Meanwhile, with the Protoss, I think we just want to make more Dragoons and some Stalkers. Let's just, you know, mix our forces a little bit, and then we can make Annihilators. Probably avoid the Reavers. Okay, never mind. We're gonna need... We need that AoE. I suppose I can throw down storms. I can't micro these storms forever, though. The Dark Templars seem to be fine. I'd like to point out we definitely need more gas. Are we harvesting all of our gas? We need to take that base. It's going to be challenging to push in there with this stuff. So let's grab these units. Got more Spetsnaz too. That's going to help. Adamska Warhounds are fine. I'm not thrilled with the idea of... just infantry and Goliaths, to be honest. So I'm just going to stick with what I've got. Okay, we got these guys on the high ground. They're helping a ton. Let's move them forward just a little bit. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. Back up a little bit, buddy. Let's move on up. I think I will end up having to make... some Reavers for that... for that AoE. We're gonna need AoE for sure. Let's just keep getting Protoss upgrades right now. And Protoss is going down, and maybe cannons don't really seem like the right choice.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Okay, again, seems like this area is in the most trouble. Maybe what I'm gonna do is move a couple of Damskas over there once I push through this area. So I'm gonna take these. My UED units are fine. I need to get through to my Protoss buddies at this point. So I'm going to focus on this area for now. Okay, just make Centurions then while we wait. And I'm going to try to just throw down cannons where possible, but now we're out of money. Okay, it's getting... The attacks are getting much larger. We just lost a Dark Templar, or a High Templar, rather. Okay, we've basically cleared this area out. We will be taking it. I need the gas for sure. Let's try to... Well, now we have to attack through the rocks to get to our buddies. Let's see if we can do it before we lose everything. Okay, need more money. Need more money. My Avengers get that the double help. They must be dying probably to AoE. Okay, and I guess Unan, you need to get in there and start helping. Use your... Oh, he's got Shadow Fury. Okay, I didn't notice that. It's in a different... It's in a not normal spot. I guess make Adepts. They're good versus Light. We have to keep pushing through here where possible. Destroy, 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 destroy. We have to make our way through here. We gotta wait for the creep to recede so we can make that base. Terran units... Terran area seems absolutely fine. Again, if I can get these units over to the Protoss side, they will be safe too. We just need a link up. Needs to happen. Destroy these rocks, and then we'll be able to walk through and help. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, get up here. We need to provide them time to be able to reset up. Their defenses. Hunan taking a little heat. Let's back him out, mostly from the splash damage. All right, we are here. Hold position back here just in case, buddy. Let's move up with these Adamskas and hold position. This should be all we need until we can set up some more shield batteries and such. So let's do that. Okay, now that we've got the Spetsnaz over here, I feel incredibly safe, not to mention the Adamskas. So now the question is, what do we want to build to push out and win? I'd also like to set up this base in the middle. There's a lot of gas here, too. We can definitely use all of that. Could clear out some more of these rocks as well. Both areas seem fine. This may get harder, I'm not sure. Resistance stop the Zerg attack. The only way to counterattack is destroy their Nidus Worms and prevent them from reaching... their reinforcements. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's set up those shield batteries. I do like me some shield batteries, and now we've got cannons set up. I take back everything I said about utilizing the Protoss to attack. At this point, I'm pretty certain I'm going to be using the Terran, because they are very, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and get another armory. +1, and probably going to end up setting up 2 command centers here. I think that's acceptable. I think that's just fine. Okay, and then meanwhile, just set up more pylons. We're up to 300 supply. That's crazy. Can I make air? Air units, perhaps, is a good possibility here. My Avengers are still alive. That's great. Let's come on over here and just set up more cannons again, just as backup, though my Terran units plus the Arbiter support should be more than enough. And I do have to eventually end up moving up out of this area. What's blocked? I heard negatory, it's blocked. I don't believe that for a second. The fact that we can make so many different units here is crazy. Let's make a little bit of everything. Like you guys make Omega squads. I'd like to make a bunch of Frostbats because I love me some Firebat spam. And we need to remake more SCVs. The Terran side was fine from the beginning, to be honest. I made like 1 extra Adamska and we've been fine. So I'm glad we moved this stuff out. The UED Spetsnaz are so good. And they get little shields. That's so cool. I mean, the Adamskas, in my opinion, also, you know, possibly the best in terms of they're mobile siege tanks. They're just completely mobile. It's crazy. We might as well make these orbitals so we can get free supply. I'm very excited. Oh yeah, we gotta get our +1 weapon upgrades. All right, this poor guy's stuck. I assume the Alexander has to survive. Okay, and then just make all of these SCV. We'll get them saturated later. And I could also, well, what I'll probably end up doing is just dropping supply everywhere. Because we don't have a lot of space. Okay, what's under attack here? Nothing major. This is fine. Okay, just might as well set up more cannons. Okay, good. All right, I feel a million times safer than I did. We have to be careful we don't run out of money. I will level up my Protoss in their entirety and just keep getting kind of a mixed force here. We'll get some Stalkers for fun. Okay, and then we have to start making SCVs like crazy. We can saturate this. We can utilize this very, very well. This is probably going to get mined out pretty quick. We could probably move our probes. They should be able to return. They may or may not be able to return to the allied structures. I'm not honestly sure. Okay. I heard that. I thought, like, is that like a hero that's doing that? No, it was just an adept. Just really overzealous, I suppose. It's like I want to do a mix of Centurions with Frostbats. How cool would that be? Let's get a... Never mind.
Base is under attack.
I was going to suggest getting a Citadel of Adun. We can also throw down some Archons. They had mentioned Archons being good, I guess, maybe. Might as well spend our energy like this. Okay. And then, yeah, there's the Frostbats, baby. And then we can get some more Spetsnaz. Heavy Omega, I think, are the fellows with the chain guns.
Upgrade complete.
And then more Spetsnaz and Omega infantry. This stuff is very expensive. Very, very expensive. Yeah, so it's just like get rid of all these upgrades. They're not usable. Unless they are, yeah, War Falcons don't have a stim option or anything like that, so I'd recommend just ditch that stuff. I feel like this mission it's designed in a way such that you're meant to be struggling with the Protoss, and the Terran is supposed to be your main faction of flippin' ballers, basically. I'm very excited to use the Frostbats, even though the colonists are gonna, the volatile colonists are gonna absolutely murder them. This is a fun mission. Let's take this stuff
The doctor is in.
and head on over. I feel very comfortable leaving this stuff behind. So let's just head on over to the Protoss side. We're gonna move out with our Protoss buddies. Get some Archons as well, even though we can't afford too many of them. What do we want more? Dragoons? I've been doing Dragoons and Stalkers. Got a little Nerazim Kala action going on together. Kali, Ire. They're just the Ire Protoss apparently these days. I don't know. They changed it. I don't know what it's all about. We got a nice mixture of forces here, though. I'd like to be able to just make medics, but that's not an option. Did I get a little overzealous with what I've chosen here? Okay, let's just keep making SCVs. We have 400 supply right now. That's crazy. Let's, I guess, saturate these first.
Mineral field.
Okay. That's great. And then just keep doing this. Got our single Adamska over here. I might just move a couple Spetsnaz over to this side because it seems like these guys have some better shots. Can get some better shots. They can cloak. They can snipe.
Base is under
This is a cool holdout. It doesn't really ramp up. It just sort of starts and gets harder, which I like.
Mineral field.
Okay, we got the Avengers. Avengers assemble! Yeah, make some Stalkers. Again, I'm just doing like a mixture of ranged forces of Protosses just to be the meat of my army. We'll wait for our +2 to finish here. I could get more Damskas. I could get Why not get Warhounds? How often can you make Warhounds? The answer is like never. So let's get them. I should just be pushing out. Admittedly, I really should just be pushing out. But it's like I don't have to. I don't have to yet, so why would I? I can have fun and just get crazy with the amount of forces that I have. I'll probably just transfer some of these SCVs over here. You guys.
Base is under attack.
And you guys. There we go.
Base is under attack.
Give me that gas. Yeah, that stuff's getting nowhere. It's not going to get anywhere. We've got really good high ground defense. The Protoss don't have access to that high ground defense. Okay, I promise I'm going to move out soon. I'd like to start +3 at least. There we go. Why not get Mobius Reactor, even though it may or may not actually apply to my ghosts. And let's do it. We've got a giant force here. I think I'm going to leave Unan at home. Here we go. Let's see what happens when we get close to the worms, though. They may get super pissed. Ah, cool. Oh, well, there goes my Arbiter. It's cool how the other factions of the Swarm are still here. They've got the infested siege tanks as well. Yeah, so this is not going to be easy. We got a lot of work to do here to push out, but we have very strong units. Without a doubt, we have very, very strong units. My hope is that these attack waves aren't spawned just out of thin air, and we'll have an opportunity. Oh, look at those Frostbats. We'll have a good opportunity to, actually wait. You guys move back. You're going to have to stay back here. Let's bring some stuff. Okay, this is my attacking force. Poor Arbiter just died instantly. Okay, the units do spawn from the worms. What I was afraid is if they spawned out of thin air, we're not ever going to be able to thin out the enemy attack waves, which is just going to make this even harder. I actually wonder, are we even... Yeah, we are connected. I was going to say, if we're not connected in any way, we may have an opportunity to move out with both squads at this point. We're close to getting maxed out, and I think 400 is our limit. Let's just double check. Indeed, 400 is our limit. We're mining away. We got a ton of money. I mean, why would I even make Protoss units at this point? I'm happy to have made it this far without having to have made any Reavers. I thought about it. Things weren't looking good. But, yeah, not necessary. I'd like to find out where the volatile infested are coming from and get rid of that first. Alright, we've got a joint force, super powerful Terran and regular Protoss forces trying to retake Earth. It said the last UED outpost. So, like, did the UED return and just not, hasn't been doing well? But now, I mean, this is our chance to push back, I suppose. They may also be spawning out of this cave, so I suppose I'll destroy it. Okay, hit this, just in case. I don't see anything spawning from there. My force is getting whittled away, so I think it's about time. It's probably the Protoss forces that are honestly getting wiped the hardest. So let's not make Reavers. I don't think I made any other Reavers, to be honest. Adepts don't seem like the worst choice because of that extra damage to light. Okay, another worm goes down. This force is just unstoppable. My Protoss units will all slowly die, but my Terran forces are just going to bomb through anything remaining. Those Frostbats are so good. I thought they would be melee, but they're not. They're just really powerful ranged units, and all my Terran units, they benefit twice. Let's look at this. They're 6/6. That's so good. But anyway, I like how the Swarm is also reflecting all of the upgrades that it has gotten. It's, you know, we've mostly played from the Swarm's perspective, so it's interesting to see the change now as we've pivoted back to playing the UED, coming back to reclaim our homeworld. Again, this strikes me so much like Legacy of the Confed. Some of these missions, they really are just like it. Vastan, I'm just curious, have you ever played, We're receiving seismic signals, the Zerg are sending reinforcements. Okay. Have you ever played Legacy of the Confed from StarCraft 1? Because it really reminds me of that. It just really, really strikes me as it. Let's get some infantry so that we can get some medics. More Frostbats and then Spetsnaz. Meanwhile, in the Protoss homeland, base, we're in just fine shape.
Base is under attack.
Oh, so this is where the reinforcements were coming from, but we already broke the rocks. Hopefully that doesn't come back and bite us. I could always come back and destroy the fallen rocks for it to count as us winning, because I realize in retrospect that might cause us problems. Yeah, so these attacks are getting fiercer. Okay, let's push towards this Nidus Swarm. This one seems pretty far back in the enemy base. I love the look of these Anubarak Locust Necrox things. They're so neat. Okay, we can ignore that stuff. We can't go up there because of the plague or whatever it is, the locusts. Isn't that what she said? It was a bunch of locusts? Yeah, we actually are separated. The only way to get through is to cut through. So the Protoss currently are entirely safe. I don't feel super confident, though, to leave them to their own devices. I almost entirely suspect that the enemy is going to gain more reinforcements or something. Yeah, my only concern is, so this cave was supposed to open up. I already destroyed the rocks, and I hope that doesn't screw up any triggering. What? Oh, okay. Well, we're here. Luckily, we were just walking through when this happened. That could have been a lot worse. Oh my god, that could have been so much worse. No problem. Everything's fine here. No problems. Nothing just burst out of the ground and almost murdered us, and we got super lucky by avoiding it. That did not happen, I promise you. Yep. Just like, was it, what, mission 7? I think it was. Whatever mission was the Sacrifice of the Mother. We had those super good Spetsnaz and Adamskas. Same situation here. All right, we're pushing out again. Let's just go ahead and rally up with Frostbats and Spetsnaz. And let's get up here. My medics seem to have a really poor healing rate. The healing rate seems very, very low. Almost to the point where, like, why do we even have these? Because, like, look at this Marine in the front. It's like he's barely getting healed. All right, we're having some major issues pushing through here. We have to get through and try to start bottling this. Oh, you know why? It's because we're blocking our stuff. There we go. Now we get all the other stuff into the front, and we can start bombing through this area. Are we going to need air units at any point here? I don't think so. Lots and lots and lots of spine crawlers. This side may just be harder to push through because the creator knows, you know, we're working against much more challenging, or we have so many more tools at our disposal with the UED. All right, here's what we're gonna do: kill this. There we go. Okay, now get back to work. Annihilator, get him. Get something. Yeah, I used him before he died. I'm very proud. And now he's gonna go. Now he's gonna die. Maybe not. Okay, I would like to. Oh, I think I F2'd.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, we have to be a little careful there because stuff is gonna still continue attacking our front door. Okay, let's swing down here and grab this one. And not lose. We gotta be careful. Oh, Unen. Blink out of there, buddy. Blink out of there, buddy. The Earth twists, they're underneath us. Yes, they are. Well, I don't know what I expected, to be honest. But that's a big old bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. I didn't save any time close to this, so we're just gonna have to win with what we've got. I should have expected that. I should have 100% expected that, considering all the garbage. I mean, the stuff popping up in the middle of the map. I should have 100% expected that. It's Titanium Lisk. It's what's her name? The lady that it's the lady that makes the robot Zerg. Alright, get that. Get on over here, destroy. Well, kill these. Good work, Avengers. Okay, then let's just F2 our way back out and try to win. We're very close. We're very close. Yeah, I even told myself, I'm like, is this the part where, oh, I don't have the ability to make any probes. Okay, Protoss. That's bad. Hopefully I don't need Protoss for a certain section here, because I won't be able to get through to the Zerg base, theoretically, without the Protoss. Unen, I'm not gonna... Let's hold position. I may end up having to replay this because I don't have the ability to make any more Protoss.
Where shall we march?
Here's hoping that's not the case, but it might be. Sakura, that's who I was thinking. Yes, Sakura. She's the one that can make all that cool stuff. Meanwhile, well, we're not maxed out, so let's just... Spetsnaz are just so good. I just want to keep making Spetsnaz. We'll make Omega Infantry. And we can make... Goliaths? I guess? Where's the fun in making Goliaths? But I'll do it. You know, just keep it a diverse army. I shouldn't have F2'd. That was my problem. I had stuff in the Protoss base, and I even said, I'm like, don't F2. And then what do you know? I F2'd. So that was a big problem. Oh my god, the fact that we get these giant groups of units. These giant groups of units is crazy. Okay, we're just about done, unless we're going to have to swing over to the other side and force our way over to these rocks. Again, there's a possibility I'm going to end up having to replay the whole mission just because of that, which I will obviously do off camera. But this is really fun. This has been really fun. Just this whole campaign with all of the unique tech trees on every map. I can't imagine how much work that would be to do all that data editing on every single map. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to consider. All right. I mean, it's like Abathur 1 did all this work. They did all this work, and now, what do you know? They've got they're on the ropes. Okay, we've got so much money. I guess what I should be doing is making tons of barracks so that I can remake units when inevitably the new one is going to spawn as in his giant form and just fuck us up. Okay, let's quick save. And we have to just run past these tanks, unfortunately. There we go. Enough. Here he comes. This planet is mine. And I decide who lives. And who dies. Oh. Damage report. Sir, it's the most powerful EMP I've ever seen. All Alexander circuits are fried. The troops? No one could have survived. Prelate Unen, are you well? Barely, my friend. I cannot see you. That's the best. My body, it's destroyed. My base and my soldiers disappeared in a flash. My people are coming to collect my body, Gerard Dougal. Are the Protoss leaving? Oh no. Tell me, my friend. The Archons are prepared. Use them. Okay, I don't have to worry about not being able to build the Protoss because everything got destroyed anyway. I told you, human, this would be the day when your race is extinguished from this planet. My power is absolute. Your race will never be able to destroy me. I thought that after having killed so many humans, you would understand. What nonsense do you say, Terran? Understand what? I thought you knew it, Beast. We know we can't beat you. That's why I brought someone who can. Ho ho! So, this is the cause of all this suffering. Like all the Zerg, such a disgusting creature. The Protoss, the pathetic race that believes to be perfect. To me, you're just something else that I must destroy, and with my new body, it will not be difficult for me. Your strength is impressive, there's no doubt about it, and in combat, you'd probably win. But we are only part of your enemy. This is your enemy. My eyes! What is this? We are one in the Twilight. A Twilight Archon! Look at that. You will not get out alive, Protoss. Alive? Who told you that I plan to live? It's true, all Archons just burn out. Come, Beast, and embrace the void of the Twilight. That's the name of the mission. Leader, run. For the Dalam. No! And they're gone. It is done. The nightmare is over. Admiral, the Zerg have stopped. They're not moving. That Warfalcon got huge in his portrait. Look at him. All squads, clear the area completely. Now. Yes, sir. Evolution Master, the leader. No, it's happening. I must escape. I must. I'm so sorry, my maker. And Abathur's just frozen in time. All that work he did. Admiral, we found a new type of Zerg. Doesn't look like any on our records. Bring him to the Alexander. Our scientists will take care of it. Wow. So we've got one mission left and the end cinematic, and I'm going to make those two separate videos because the end cinematic is quite long, but it's so good. You know, I mean, I guess you could say the Protoss coming back is sort of like a Deus Ex Machina, but it was set up at the very beginning of the campaign, and like the UED coming back to Earth, it's very fitting, and I think it's awesome. I think 1's character arc was quite good, because you see him growing. He starts as a Terran, he's unsure of himself, he keeps looking to Abathur for guidance, and Abathur's like, dude, you're the leader. You need to just fuck off and figure out what you're doing, because I am not the guy that you need to be coming to for advice. That was basically the long and short of all their conversations, right? And then finally, when 1 had all the Terran essence removed from him, he became this ultra-powerful thing, and at that moment, the Protoss were able to stop him, at the loss of all their forces, it seems like. But very interesting, very cool. So the UED remains. I don't know how much of the UED has been destroyed in that giant EMP blast, but now they're free to perhaps retake over the planet. They've got the NSU and theoretically the remnants of the United Lands of the West. the 2 remaining factions on Earth, I suppose. There's a little bit of them left too. So the possibilities are limitless. Again, two more videos in this campaign. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.